Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Hey, while you're here, I thought I'd mention I'm up in I'm just left. I'm on my way back now. Been up in the Kansas, and the Chinese side of my family is in Kansas. Most of them are in Kansas, and it's I spend a lot of time in Central America, and I'm around the Latino type culture, and then other than that, I'll be in Oklahoma, and I'm with American culture, and I see my American side of my family. They're scattered all over everywhere. So when I come to Kansas, I'm with the Chinese side, and it's funny because normally I run around in and out and all over. This time I spent a few days with the Chinese side of my family, and we had some good talks. And now there's one woman that's older than me, and other than that, everybody's younger than me. And so it's as we're talking, and like I say, they don't see me all that much, and so we're talking, and they're telling me the stories that they've heard about me, and because I'm just in and out and all this kind of stuff, they really don't get a chance to know me personally. And so since I was with them, and they could see the way I act and stuff like that, and, like I say, being a half-breed is it's difficult. I don't know, maybe nowadays the half-breeds might think it's cool. I don't know. And but the thing is, there are advantages, and this is what I want to talk about: the advantages in being a half-breed. I mean, I've mentioned before about all the hardships you go through, but I thought I would start talking about some of the advantages. And one of the biggest advantages is you've got two cultures you're living your life in. But that's also a disadvantage, because you're torn between which one. We'll just live both. You can't live both. What you do is you butcher both of them up if you try to live both. You really have to make a decision on how you're going to do it. And the thing is, since I'm here, and I got to remember, with my wife and living in Guatemala, I live with the Chinese culture, but it's a different part of China. It's kind of like you hear me talk about the Northern Americans and the Southern Americans. So it's about like that. And my family is from the southern part of China, and my wife's family is my late wife. Her family's from the northern part of China. Not northern, but northern what my family is. And so there's differences in that. So I've got two Chinese cultures, and really there's two American cultures. I choose the Southern American, and but the thing is, when you are of mixed blood, you do have different cultures. And that's the good thing about traveling and seeing things and learning things. You get enriched by learning new cultures. It's not like one culture is better than the other. It's just you're learning more. This is what made the United States so great, is all the different cultures coming together. And when you are a breed, you do, like I say, have the ability to choose, adapt, and this type of stuff to different cultures. And the reason I'm even mentioning this is they asked me, I better slow down here. They asked me if what was going on with my woman hunting. And I mentioned that I've decided I'm going to go back and try to get a Chinese woman. But I don't want to say lazy, but I didn't really want to go back to China. And now I'm come up here, I'm with my family, and now some of them are starting to make money and have time to go places and do things. And they've been telling me that I need to go back to China. And like I say, I don't speak Chinese. My Chinese is even worse than my Spanish. And so I'll be, and so it's not like I'm going to go like most people go there for a couple weeks. I'll go for 2 to 6 months. And but the thing that's funny is, since I am a mixed breed, I am not a good Chinaman. And so, like I say, I'm healthier than even the Chinese side of my family. So when you have mixed breeds, that's kind of like a dog. You know, a mixed breed dog is normally stronger and healthier than a pedigree. And so the only bad thing about the mixed breed is you don't know what to expect from them. And that's the part that was a lot of fun, because now these young people that have heard stories about me, now they're older, and we've had time to sit and spend some time with each other, and in some cases more than one day. So they're able to, and since I'm not full-blooded Chinese, my mannerisms are a little different. So the elder Chinese, you do treat with respect. They treat me with respect. But at the same time, they ask me questions. And all the videos that I talk about, the stories and stuff like that, they haven't been watching my videos. So I had to go and tell them all these stories, you know, about the poisonous caterpillar, my motorcycle riding, you know, and from Panama to Canada and stuff like this. And, you know, they saw me coming through, you know, but it's kind of like that uncle that nobody ever sees, and he just appears out of nowhere. And that's about the way I am with the Chinese side of my family. And a lot of it was because of all the ridicule, because I wasn't a good Chinaman. But, you know, hey, I get the same ridicule because I'm not a good American. You can see that in some of the comments. People give me hell. So, and that's, you know, but when it's like that, if you understand that it's the ignorance of these people that don't know you, and that's why they're critical of you when you are a half-breed. Once you understand that, then it's easier to, how do you say, live with yourself, because you already know you're not like anybody else. When you're not like anybody, you know, everybody wants to be just like everybody else. Okay, well, I learned as a child that I didn't want to be like everybody else. And that helped a lot. And I didn't realize how much it is. And even now, like I say, I am not a good American. I'm not a good Chinaman. But the thing is, now I'm older. I've got a track record behind me. And so you can see one thing I am is I accomplish things. I get focused and I do things. And these are the things that makes me acceptable in all the cultures. But when you're younger, it's a little bit different than that. And I've mentioned that you need to find out where you came from, your roots, what kind of a ethnic background you have. And that's really where you need to focus on. The stuff that they're good at is what you need to get focused on, and because it's easier, it's already in your blood. And since you got mixed blood, you've got multiple talents, and that's exactly like I am. Yes, I got my problems are severe problems, but I mean, the crosses we bear kind of stuff. Yes, but on the other hand, I have focused on the stuff that is culturally or ethnically in my blood stuff. It's easier for me to do, and that's why I've been able to do as much as I've been able to do, and it's just, and I look at things different, and that's because why. And don't feel bad about that stuff. And now we're sitting down talking and stuff like that, because they say, well, you're so unsettled, you just don't do this, you don't do that. They didn't realize that all the little things in my life, what I've done and all this stuff, and what I'm still doing. And so that's what I'm saying. They're just shocked. And then finally I told them, well, I guess no Chinese woman's going to come to me. I guess I'm going to have to go to China. And so now that freaked them all out. They just can't believe I'm going to go to China. And so now I'm trying to see if I can get some of my family to go back with me, because I will be at a big disadvantage when I go to China. So, but anyway, I want you to understand, if you're a mixed breed, that you have to think different than the pedigrees, and don't be intimidated, and don't try to get all cocky and nasty either. Just remember, we are who we are. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to get back to my sounds. Oh yeah, here we go.